You remember the night everything changed. The rain falling like needles on the empty street. A black car stops beside you. The window rolls down slowly. A man inside says only 3 words. Get in. We talk. You should have walked away, but the world had already closed its doors on you. You slide into the back seat, and your old life quietly ends.
At first, it doesn't feel real. Just quiet meetings in dim rooms filled with smoke. Men who speak slowly. Men who never repeat themselves. They give you your first job. A name, a location, a time. Your hands shake when they give you the gun. Cold metal, heavier than you imagined. You watch the target from across the street. A normal man, living a normal life. For a moment, you hesitate. Then you remember the rules. In this world, hesitation gets you buried. So you pull the trigger. And just like that, you belong to them. The jobs come faster now. Cleaner. Colder. You stop asking questions, because questions make people disappear. The money grows thicker, but the nights grow darker. You start seeing faces everywhere, the ones who never saw it coming. Sleep becomes a stranger. Silence becomes your only friend. You tell yourself it's survival, that everyone would do the same. But deep down, you know the truth. Each job is slowly erasing you. One night, another black car arrives, just like the first time. They give you a photograph, a face you know too well. Your heart stops for a second, because the target is someone you trust. You look up at the man across the table, but his expression never changes. Now you understand the final rule. No one stays human in this world. Not the victims, not the bosses, and certainly not you. The room stays silent. Too silent. You stare at the photograph again. Your hands feel heavier than the gun ever did. You know that face. You know the way they laugh. You remember nights before all of this, before the darkness swallowed everything. The man across the table watches you carefully, like a scientist observing an experiment. He finally speaks. Every man in this room faced this moment. His voice is calm, too calm. You either become one of us, or you disappear like everyone else. You understand now. This was never about loyalty. This was about ownership. They don't want killers. They want ghosts. People with nothing left to lose, nothing left to protect. The room feels smaller now, the air heavier. Your fingers tighten around the photograph. The edges bend slightly. The man leans forward. Your answer? You don't speak, because some answers don't need words. The city looks different that night. You drive through empty streets, streetlights passing like slow, ticking clocks. The photograph sits beside you on the seat, staring back at you. Your mind replays every moment, every job, every bullet, every face you tried to forget. You once believed this life was survival, but survival is supposed to feel like living. This feels like sinking. You stop the car near the waterfront. The ocean is dark tonight, almost black. Waves crash quietly against the docks. You sit there for a long time, thinking, because the truth is simple. There are only 2 endings to this story. You finish the job and lose the last piece of yourself, or you walk away and the entire world comes hunting for you. You pick up the photograph again, and suddenly you realize something. This isn't a test, it's a trap. The moment you don't pull the trigger, you become the target. You know how this works. You helped build this machine. You know the watchers, the drivers, the spotters, the quiet men sitting in parked cars. The city isn't a city anymore. It's a chessboard. And tonight, you just became the king everyone wants to capture. Your phone buzzes once. A single message appears. You had your chance. Then the screen goes dark. You look up. Across the street, a black car idles quietly. Another one turns the corner. Headlights sweep across the road. They move slowly, patiently, because they know something you also know. There is nowhere to run. Not from them, not from what you've done. You start the engine. The car roars to life. For the first time in years, your heart is racing again. But this time, you're not hunting. You're running.
Hours pass. The city never sleeps, and neither do the men chasing you. You switch cars twice, lose them once, but they always come back. Because this isn't just revenge, it's procedure. Loose ends are dangerous, and you are the loosest end they've ever created. Eventually, you stop again. A quiet rooftop parking garage. The sky is beginning to lighten. Morning is coming. You step out of the car slowly. Cold air fills your lungs. For the first time in years, you feel awake. You look at the city skyline. Millions of people down there, living normal lives, waking up, drinking coffee, complaining about traffic. They have no idea how close darkness lives beside them. And for years, you were that darkness. You check the gun in your hand, still loaded, still heavy. But something inside you has changed, because now you finally understand the real rule of this world. No one escapes the life. Not the bosses, not the soldiers, not even the ones who try to walk away. But there is one thing you can choose: how the story ends. You hear footsteps behind you, slow, confident. They found you. Of course they did. You don't turn around yet. Instead, you close your eyes for a moment and breathe, because for the first time in a long time, the fear is gone. Now, there is only one last move left, and this time, you decide how the trigger is pulled.
The rooftop grows quiet. The men stop walking. For a moment, no one moves. The city wakes up beneath you. Cars begin to move. People begin their day. They have no idea how close they are to the darkness. You tighten your grip on the gun, because this story was never just about becoming a hitman. It was about something much bigger, something far more dangerous. And tonight, you just started a war with the people who control everything. But that's another story. And if you want to know what happens next, make sure you're still here when the next chapter begins. Because in this world, every decision has a price, and the bill is about to come due. Next time, you won't be the hunter. You'll be the one they're trying to kill.
If you want to step inside these worlds and experience stories like this again, subscribe to the channel, because every week you'll become someone new, a hitman, a prisoner, a survivor. So if you're ready to enter the next story, join the channel and subscribe, because the next life is about to begin.